I do it? Can I do it? We're going to see if we can see if I can do it. Here we go. You have faith in me? I hope somebody does. And hey, you there? Hold on.
Here.
You there?
I'm here. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, success. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donavan Lee Carpenter. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, it's an honor to be here with you, B-Dog. Good to see you.
I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule, because you're a busy guy these days.
Oh, we try to be. It's not been easy here lately, but we try to be as busy as they'll let us.
What all you're up to? Fill us in.
Well, I mean, we're up to a lot of things. Right now, we're all promotion, the website for the new single, the commemorative vinyl that we've put together, a couple of songs I've done with Tiffany, a couple of songs like you talked about we redid, went back in for Waste My Life Away Nashville sessions.
I love that mix, by the way. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we kind of souped it up. The producer that we've been working with Tiffany, went and listened to all of my music before we went in and cut some of my new songs, and he was really excited about that song and wanted to go back in and put a little bit of flavor to it, kind of the Nashville flavor, if you will, my Texas style too. So I'm just really proud of the musicians that came to work that day, and the project we put together is just, I believe, outstanding.
Add a little more meat to the bone, as they say, right?
It does.
Well, I definitely love that. And I know you said you've been doing some work with Tiffany. That was a name. When I heard that, I'm like, that hasn't been a name that I've really heard of in prominence for like 20 years. So what is that like?
In 1985, if somebody would have told me that one day I would be able to write and cut a song with the talented Tiffany, I'd have told him, you're out of your mind, you're crazy, there's no way this cowboy would ever get there. But I'm telling you, it's been a whirlwind since January. We've written some new songs, jumped into the Studio B in Nashville, and here we are with what I think are really good, the next 3 songs from Donavan Lee. You know, everybody's been waiting on what's Donavan going to do next.
Exactly. Cause, we have high expectations of what you've been putting out lately. So, when you say something's new's coming out, we're definitely get excited to hear what you have.
Oh, sure. And I just couldn't be more proud of this project with Tiffany. I mean, she's got the vocals that everybody searches for and wants to have. And just as gracious as she could be, we've become great friends. And we've spent a lot of time together. And I'm just really proud of Only Love Carries On. It has a message that I think, me enough to know that I want to do music that has messages behind them, and
absolutely.
Through all the things that's happened to everybody through the pandemic, and all the things that are going to be coming at them this year, the truth is only love carries on.
Absolutely, it's a great message, and I tell you what, you guys, you harmonize very, very well. When I'm not going to lie, I was like, Tiffany, wow. Okay, I remember back in the day, I may or may not had a little crush on her when I was a teenager,
right?
And I'm like, wow, I just never thought of that pairing is you and her. How did that come about?
Well, again, it's not something that we searched out to do, but I've always said, as a singer and as a songwriter, it doesn't matter to me who writes the song, as long as I can deliver it and carry it to an audience and move somebody with it. But this came about really just by circumstance. I happened to have a couple of shows over in Flagler Beach in Florida, and we had a mutual friend and ended up being at a private New Year's party together, ended up doing a couple of shows together out of that, and then from that point, we just really have become fast friends and have talked about just really helping each other on the independent side of music. She's got a lot of history, a lot of success, but also in the midst of refinding her music, and I think she's redialing it in a little bit to the rocker side, kind of getting away a little bit from that pop sound, but
right.
Just, I mean, as strong as vocal ever could be.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd have never imagined that I could have worked with somebody of that caliber. I think it's a testament, though, to really that good things happen to good people as long as you keep working, keep striving, keep going, keep doing. Good things will happen to you.
Well, that's awesome. Well, how about we play Only Love Carries On featuring Tiffany with Donavan Lee Carpenter, and then we'll come back and we'll talk some more. How about that?
Sounds great.
Wow, that is a great song. Very powerful vocals. You did a great job on that. I love it. You're there. You there?
Yeah.
There you are. There you are.
There we are. Thank you, man. I'm telling you, that was just to be in the studio with the caliber of talent that Tiffany has. I truly learned, a lot of things from her, and I'm just so proud of that project. I think it's a song that'll stand the test of time, and I think it'll live forever.
Well, you definitely should be proud for sure, because there's nothing wrong with that song at all. Very powerful vocals. So tell us what else. You on the road traveling? What are you doing now?
Yeah, we're on the road. We just got back. We've got a couple of shows coming up. Again, Flagler Beach, Orlando, Daytona. We've got a couple of shows coming up in Illinois. A couple of shows in Michigan. We're going to try to hit Tennessee on the way there and on the way back. We've also got some stuff we're working on trying to get out to Texas. So we're definitely around the Gulf Coast, up and down. The best way to find out is go to my webpage, go to my Facebook fan page, really on the www.donovanleemusic.com. You can keep tabs on all of our schedule. We're adding new shows all the time. There was a little time where we had some shows that we were having to cancel and that kind of stuff through the pandemic. So we've got new shows popping up all the time. So if we're not in your city yet, we plan to be. So keep going to that website, checking out the calendar, and see where we're going to be there.
Yeah, it definitely didn't look like the pandemic slowed you down any.
Well,
when in doubt, get in the studio, right?
It definitely slowed things down, but I think you have to have a positive attitude. I think you have to drive through the pain sometimes and just keep going and keep trying and keep doing what you do best. And
did you take the opportunity to
people is what we do?
Did you take the opportunity to do a bunch of writing during that time?
Yeah, oh, sure. We've got a lot of ideas. We've got, I've got songs coming out of my ears. It's really on the independent side. It's truly about funding these songs, one song at a time. That's why it's so important for an independent musician like me to go to my website, purchase our commemorative vinyl that we're putting out. We've got a pre-sale right now, so you can help us get the vinyls cut, get back into the studio. It's things are a little different for a musician these days, and we need you to buy our music. We need you to buy the record, and go on your Amazon. Amazon and Spotify and those things, and put our song on your playlist.
And we definitely want them to buy it directly from the artist, because everybody knows Spotify, Amazon, and all that. It doesn't help support the artist, because you get morsels from that. Get it directly from the artist, because that will go to the artist and better support them. So.
And that's why we felt important to put it on a vinyl and make it something that's commemorative, that's going to last forever. You're going to get a couple of songs that Tiffany and I did together. You'll get a new song, a song that we redid again. One of my very first songs that I wrote, Waste My Life Away Nashville Sessions, when I had the idea to come to Nashville. So, definitely, go to our website and pre-purchase that record, because it's going to be one it'll stand the test of time, number one. Number two, there's only going to be limited number of copies of those. I'm going to autograph the first 200, so you got to get there and get it now.
I love the sound when you say vinyl. I love the vinyl, because there's nothing, these youngsters just don't know. I think they're rediscovering vinyl, and it's about time, because music just takes a whole different feel when it comes on vinyl.
It really does. So. It really does. And now now with the way that music is distributed so often, it's so easy to lose that song on a playlist, or lose that song that once you've got, digitally
Right.
had it.
Right.
But to really have it forever, and to have those cracks and pops, and you're right there in the studio. Studio B it's an amazing studio to be in. Number one, my idols have all recorded there and had gold records come out of it. So we're shooting for platinum, but we won't go too far. So.
Well, Laura Lou's got a question for you. She's over here waving her hand, going, me. She got her hand up like she's in class. Me.
I actually, I just wanted to say, Donavan, I thank you for that song that you did with Tiffany. I lost both of my parents within the last, hasn't been a year yet for Mom, just hit a year for Dad.
Yeah.
And that song really, really touched my heart. So I heard you earlier saying, that music needs to mean something, and that song really does. So I wanted to say thank you for that.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much. That's why it was really important for me to put the in loving memory for my little brother on this one.
Yeah.
It really, I believe, I hope anyway, is a song of healing and helping others to remember those loved ones that we've lost. So thank you for saying so. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I can tell you, we're getting a lot of comments. People are really loving the new music that we played, because coming in before the interview, we played the Nashville sessions of "Waste My Life Away," and people were digging it. But you know what else they're digging? They are digging that shirt you're rocking tonight, there, brother.
Oh,
We've
man,
got a lot of jealous people watching.
Yeah, when are we going to get you back down here?
Hey, you ain't had a good time till you had one at the chocolate bar. I can tell you that from personal experience right there. Now,
We're going to be able to...
we're working our way down there. We had plans to come this year, and but right now we've got to take every paying gig that we can get, and we've actually got a show this year. That's a really good show, but it's that weekend, so we won't be able to make it there that weekend, but we will be in there in spirit. You definitely, for sure. And I'm just letting that new stage out there get christened a little bit more, and we can rock the house.
That's awesome. Well, I can't let you go without talking about the last song that we talked about. And we're going to be playing it. Concluded in the interview, we're going to be playing "Always About a Woman." Why don't you tell us about that single?
Oh, I'm just so excited. The way this one turned out, I'm just, again, really proud of it. This is one of those songs for me it's kind of a defining moment for Donavan Lee music coming full circle. This song was brought to me at my very first debut show we put together December back in 2018, and I had a band come with me from Nashville to Chicago. We had a sold-out show. It ended up being a great debut performance and show, but the drummer that we had that day has since become a great friend of mine. One of the songs that really got me introduced, not just to music, but to vocally singing for a crowd and getting some excitement, some feedback from other people, has always been "The Fireman" by George Strait.
Oh, I love that song.
Absolutely, it's always
love
been
King
a
George.
go-to. If you want to know a little bit about Donavan country, you listen to George Strait. So what happened was that Ricky, the drummer that I had, his daddy was on the writing group that wrote that song.
Oh, very cool.
So for that to be such a pivotal song for me, to have Ricky as my drummer on that debut show, and then to come full circle, I always told him if I can ever get back in the studio and an opportunity to do this song, I'd really love to pay back a little bit that you've given me that day. So I'm just really proud of it. It is a song that I think I'm hoping will give listeners a little bit different side of Donavan Lee music. So with the duet with Tiffany, we hope to bring you a sound and a vibe, if you will, with that song. And I've had a lot of slow country. I'm a dance, a two-step singer. I'm a troubadour. love song.
You do have some dance moves. We're witness to that.
Yeah. So this one has been really exciting for us to put out there kind of that outlaw country sound. And when you listen to this song, I hope that it takes you to that backwoods where you come from, no matter where that might be. But it's truly, no matter what we do now, for guys like you and me and that old Danny, I'm telling you, and if you're at the chocolate bar, it's always about a woman.
And that is for sure. So, and we're going to play that as we end the interview. But where are you going to be next? The people can see you.
Yeah, again, we've got new shows popping up all the time. I just talked to a guy. We're putting a show together in Miami. We're putting a show together in Orlando. So we do have a few shows coming up in Flagler Beach and in Orlando, Central Florida. We've got one coming up in Illinois that the public is welcome to. We've got several. Again, go to the website, DonovanLeeMusic.com. Go to the calendar. Check out, because we're putting new things on there all the time. As soon as we get booked, we throw it on that calendar. You'll know as soon as we do. Awesome.
I appreciate it. And one last time for everybody that's listening and watching, what is the page that they need to go to get those nice vinyl records and to get all the information on Donavan Lee Carpenter?
You can only get that vinyl record out at www.DonovanLeeMusic.com.
All right, we appreciate you coming in and being on the show, Donavan. It was the goal to get you on the show right from the beginning. Once we came up with the concept that it was going to be a country music show, we was like, well, we got to have Donavan Lee. So I appreciate you coming in, and we're going to leave everybody with "It's Always About a Woman." Take care.
Truly an honor, brother. Thank you.